Hey YouTube, I am saying good night to you all. The taste of New Orleans was phenomenal. They had some really good bands there. The food was excellent. The weather was beautiful. It was a breeze blowing, no rain, overcast. I had a really, really good time. I was with a lot of friends and loved ones, and we just had a really, really, really good time today. So sometimes it's just good to come off of YouTube and enjoy yourself. I take a little bit. It's so funny because Boo was coming on, and he is not a fan of YouTube, but I wanted to share. So he was like, "Well, you just got on that YouTube," and just an old man. But we really had a good time. What's up, Shish Trish? What's up, Simply Pink and Green? Had a really, really, really good time. And the fiesta doesn't stop tonight. We have some more that's coming up on tomorrow night. I'm gonna have to leave early from that particular party because people got to get up for work. But we had a really good time, you all, and it was really good. Had a beautiful time. So I'm just glad I could share a little bit of that with you all. But overall, it was a really good time, and I don't know what was happening on YouTube. To be honest, you all, it was just focusing in on what was going on at the taste. I don't have a sexy voice on tonight. It we we yelled and we danced and it was a lot of stuff going on. So just Trishy said my sexy voice. All right. But what's going on, you all? I see that the battle is still raging with these women and children and folk talking about people's kids and stuff. I hope we can get a little bit better than that. And, I sang at the service and that went extremely well, extremely well. And it's really funny because I usually charge. I didn't charge these folks. And they asked me, how much do I charge? I'm like, you know what? That's up to you. If you don't have it, don't worry about it, but that's up to you. And they blessed me with a nasty piece of $100. I only did two selections, but it was a blessing. So I have been blessed immensely this Saturday, and I've had a great time this Saturday. So, you all, that's what I want to share. I want to share some good news. No bad news here. No hate. You need one of those flower headbands. Let me tell you something. They believe in partying in San Antonio. When I tell you Fiesta is no joke, so the clam bake was today as well. So that started, I think, on Friday. Now, Big Frida was actually at the Taste of New Orleans on Friday. And I miss Big Frida. Oh my God, I miss Big Frida. But Big Frida was there on Friday. And then everybody else just came in. But the acts they had, they were superb. And we just had a good time, you all. Hey, we're going to even have a better time on the Carnival Conquest. So make sure you book for Juicycation. It's coming up, and we're going to have a great time. Now, look, y'all stop sending me stuff about people who I don't even watch. Um, I didn't go watch. There was a content creator, I guess, who had something to say about me. I do not watch. I do not deal with people who don't take care of their dental care. I don't deal with people who lose teeth because they didn't do what they needed to do. Baby, I don't go that route. Um, Somebody said that he was talking about you while you was driving the car. Well, I can drive. See, that's the difference. Those who drive, and those who don't just look at people drive, I guess. I don't know. But I don't watch that person anymore. That person is not cheerful, it's bitter. I can watch bitterness and sadness in the streets. I don't need to watch it on YouTube. I'm just not at that level of hate. I'm not I'm not that level of desperation. I ain't jealous of people. I'm not hateful of folk. I'm just beyond that. So for the person who sent it, boo, don't waste your time. I didn't go over and watch it. I mean, you gave me a little synopsis of what was happening, and it's the same old, same old. And notice this though. I don't go watch them, but it seems like that they are always focusing and watching me. And I think that's interesting, and that tells a story. So I'm going to let people continue to do that. I'm flattered. So continue to watch. And yeah, that's all I can say about that. I have nothing else to say. I really don't have anything to say to somebody I really don't watch. So I just wanted to put that out there. So for that person who usually sends me stuff, boo, don't waste your time. Especially tonight. We had a great time. And the last thing I'm thinking about is somebody sitting at home with a dog watching reruns. I don't have time. Better things to do. So that's what I have to say about that. But y'all, I am tired. I'm getting ready to call it quits. I just want to check in, but I got to get up early in the morning. And but I just really had a great time tonight. And the taste of New Orleans was great. And we're in the fiesta season. We still got more to celebrate. So we got Niosa and Battle of the Flowers and all of that stuff coming up. I mean, just parades and festivals, and so it's going to be really good. So it's Fiesta in San Antonio, and a lot of people come to Fiesta. So yeah, it was very good, baby. It was very good. It started at 12, so we got there around about like 4, and we left probably about like 10, but the party kicked off at 12 noon. So, yeah, so that was it. But you all, look, keep a positive outlook. Don't let people who don't have any bearings in your life hold you back. Don't worry about what people say about you. You got to keep moving and take that hate and focus it in on something positive. While people are acting ugly, you need to be doing something different. And you really gotta feel sorry for folk. I really do. You know, all I'm gonna say is Atlanta taught me a lot, and it just sometimes we are really blessed and we don't know it. Sometimes we really have it good and really don't know it. And our mediocre or our mediocrity are some people's excellence. Things that we do that's mediocre, baby, it's excellent to some of these people. I'm just saying. So don't let folk get you down. Come on, Walsham in 35. Yeah. Okay, you know they done built a little in and out over there. Now they got a little Starbucks over there. You was over there by Roosevelt High School. Come on, Ashton, Roosevelt High School over there by HEB warehouses. Okay, okay, come on. San Antonio is fun, you all. It is a fun city. And what I like about it is even though it's not predominantly black, they really they're very inclusive. San Antonio has the country's largest MLK march and activities in San Antonio. When I tell you they shut down the city, they shut down the city. And then we had the Taste of New Orleans, and that's in Fiesta. We've had African American female mayor of a predominantly Latino city. It's it's great. I mean, the city is just alive, and you can make it here. You know, it's no reason why people can't make it here because it's very inclusive. I don't speak Spanish. Some jobs you have to be bilingual, but for the most part, most of the people are bilingual or speak English only. And I just think that it's a great city and I love it. I love it. Houston was my first choice, but it wasn't available. And so after spending a year in San Antonio and going to Houston, I'm good. I'm good. Not because Houston is a bad city, but San Antonio is like town and country. It's not too fast, not too slow. This is the seventh largest city in the United States, as far as population wise, but it still has a town and country feel. But yet it's an urban city. There are some things that I would like to see happen in the city. I think they need light rail badly. They really need light rail. You cannot continue to build roads everywhere. So they're going to need light rail in the future. But other than that, yeah, I seen Big Frida in Cleveland, and it was a movie. Baby, Big Frida was in San Antonio, and I missed her. I missed her, and let me tell you something. In San Antonio, you really have to watch out for people because they will be here and you won't know it. You know, like like the guy who plays Kiki, him, the guy from Miami. He was actually here. So they have a lot of celebrities that come through San Antonio. So it was great. I enjoyed it tonight, you all. But y'all just keep up the faith. And I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to be anti beef sector. I'm not trying to be that. But if that stuff is taking your spirit down, if you're having your mouth wide open because of what people are saying and what they're doing and the actions that they're taking, you need to say, maybe I need to just, yeah, because some of this stuff will bring you down and it'll feed into you. It's okay for a little light roast and gag, but I'm really serious, and that's why I don't watch a lot of people because they harbor negativity. They they seem like they reside with bitterness, and and they don't seem happy. And I don't want to be with folk like that. Um, it's not worth it. I don't even want to watch people like that. So a lot of this stuff is pure dark ugliness, and it's going to places where I just don't think folks should be on YouTube. But it is YouTube. You cannot tell a content creator what to put on his or her platform. It is totally up to them. But as a person who has the authority to control what I view, some things I just don't view. Some things I just don't view, and I just don't think it's funny. I was talking to Kiki this morning, and I was really serious with Kiki. I don't know what's going on with her, but I was really serious with Kiki, and I could not watch that situation with Kiki. I just actually had to just click it off. I know that people were like, "Oh God, look, she's a train wreck." I don't get joy out of people being a train wreck. I'm glad she came on the panel, and hopefully she gets the help that she needs. You know, and I wasn't. And let me tell y'all something. You know, I will get loud in a minute. You know, I'll go ballistic in a minute because that's a part of the show. Um, but I do want people to be able to talk. And when you interrupt people, then it doesn't give the other person a chance to really express how they're feeling. And so I wanted to make sure that the person before Kiki was heard. And even though she may not like Rodney, I still wanted him to be heard and wanted him to finish. So I just didn't want her to interrupt him. And then when it was her time to have the floor, you see that she had the floor and she had that time. I just really want people to be able to express themselves without being interrupted. I want to make sure. And if it goes over time, then I should be the moderator and say, hey, wrap up those thoughts and then let the other person speak and respond. So I find out that you get a lot more information, you get a lot of meaningful discussion when people can express themselves uninterrupted. And then if the other person wants to rebut that claim or refute something, they can, and they should be able to do it uninterrupted, and so on and so forth. That's what civil grown people do, you know. But all of this yelling and screaming and calling folk names, and we're still at square one. We don't ever get to the place where we need to. And I think today that Kiki had a chance to express herself, and we learned quite a great deal about Kiki. And she knows she's in a situation, and she knows that she should get help. And I think that's the first step to recovery. and I'm grateful for it. And at least she knows that some people are really concerned about her. And I know that there are no friends on YouTube, as I always say, but I'm concerned about people that are going through and that are dealing with this. I know what YouTube can give. I know YouTube will eat you up and spit you out. This is why I never said I'm the king of this or the prince of this. I never gave myself a title because you can be loved today and on a trash heap tomorrow. People are fickle. And I knew that when I was getting ready to not be so messy, but really try to put a positive spin on things and really not go after folk, I knew that it would be a decline in the viewership. But my thing is, I'm still going to be on, but I'm going to be on my terms. And this is why it's a blessing to have options. People always are talking about them degrees and all of that stuff. But baby, it brings options. It brings options. And that's the name of the game. And I'm not mad. I'm not saying that you have to go to school to get a great job. I'm just saying for me and my life, that education has opened some doors for me. I can't speak for everyone else. I know people who have done HVAC and people who've gone to a coding school that's not even college, and they're doing extremely well. So, everybody has their story to tell, everybody has their journey. But for what I need, it has blessed me. And everybody has to do what they need to do. I just don't want to be lazy when I can work. You know, I know people live for Social Security and live to be on the system and stuff. And I don't want anyone ever dictating my income. When it's time for Social Security, it's time for Social Security. But right now ain't the time. And I ain't mad at people who are on SSI because of disability and stuff. And that happens. But as long as I have breath and can work, I'm going to work. I don't think I will retire because even in retirement, I'm going to find something to do. I'm a person who likes to work. I like to have purpose. And so that's my thoughts. So look, y'all, I said a lot, but it's just good to do YouTube on your terms and not have to roast and gag and all of that stuff. And not to say I couldn't do it, but you just got to make a decision. And sometimes the decision you make is not always popular. It doesn't mean that you'll get the revenue that you used to get, but that's fine. And that's why you make sure you have other things going on so you don't have to rely on YouTube. And that's another thing. I don't ever want to rely on something that can be taken away or they can change the terms of how much money I can receive. Um, yeah. And I see that happening little by little with YouTube, but it's all good. And I'm going to take advantage while it is still like it is. So, yeah. Well, look, y'all, it's been 18 minutes, so I'm going to get ready and call it a day. It was real. I had a great time at the Taste of New Orleans at Fiesta, and still got some more to go on tomorrow. So I'm going to have to get up early, but it was good talking to you. Peace and love, and y'all take care.